Here's an encounter for your next session of D&D. Check it out. As the party enters a rich section of a city, they see a group of fancied up Flumphs making their way into a hat store where the owner exclaims, "My Flumphs! My lovely lady Flumphs! What can I do for you?" It appears this is a monthly ritual for the Underdark dwellers, and the city is plenty happy to take their coin. A scream from the store erupts as three futuristic-looking bandits with black paint around their eyes sprint out of the shop with all of the purchases the Flumphs made on this day. The owner yells, "It's the Black-Eyed Petes! Someone get them!" If the party offers to help the lovely Lady Flumphs, they'll encounter the Black-Eyed Petes and their Dryadic leader, Fergie, who reveals a haul of chests with various thefts inside. Would your party attempt to get back all of that junk inside of the various trunks? Let us know in the comments.
Try this encounter in your campaign. Seymour Grellborn is a nerdy botanist raised in the Underdark by a family of sympathetic Grells. As an adult, he returned to the surface world and opened a florist shop, selling cuttings of unique plants and fungi from the Underdark. His shop has found tremendous success, raking in lots and lots of money from the strange and interesting plants. Unfortunately, all his success has attracted more than just new customers. A young green dragon, creatures known for their love of exotic plants as well as treasure, has taken over the florist shop, claiming it as her own dragon hoard. Now locals go nowhere near the establishment, dubbing it the Little Shop of Hoarders. Would your party help Seymour Grellborn and his proud Grell parents reclaim the shop from this mean green mother? And if so, how would you do it? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an encounter for your next session of D&D. The party reaches a jungle town where the townsfolk are frightened by the appearance of the letter Z on the side of their homes. Upon further inspection, it seems the letter is scratched in by claw marks, scaring the townsfolk even more. One resident, Antonio, notes the presence of Zorbos nearby, connecting their claw marks to what's being viewed as an ominous symbol. Going into the jungle, the party finds a pack of Zorbo, each with strange black markings across their eyes, almost like a mask. The party learns that the Z-shaped marking is a protection ward from a gargantuan dragon turtle lurking nearby because of the bountiful lettuce harvest that year. What would your party do? Explain to the town? Exterminate the Zorbo? Or hunt down the dangerous dragon turtle? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an NPC for your next session. Mucus Aurelius is a flail snail that governs a small city. He's a level-headed stoic philosopher, encouraging his citizens to let the bad just slide right off them. He even writes messages and wise maxims using his slime trail to inspire his citizens to lead happier, healthier lives. However, recently, his citizens have come down with a strange fever. Mucus Aurelius has tried to help the situation by crafting potions of fire resistance from his mucus and using his encouraging words, but it's not enough. He claims that this plague, which he has dubbed the Antonin Plague, is being caused by a colony of giant fire ants living in tunnels beneath the city. He has tried to broker peace, one invertebrate to another, but to no success. How would your party help Mucus in this situation? Let us know in the comments. Here's an encounter for your campaign. Bards who studied under the College of Glamour have all gone quiet, refusing to sing. Locals have dubbed this protest the Silence of the Glams. When asked why, the musicians explain that it's because bards, specifically ones from their college, have gone missing in the middle of the night, and nothing has been done to find them. If the party investigates the mystery, they follow a trail into a nearby woods, conversing with local ghost Hannibal the Spectre about what he's seen of these midnight abductions. Eventually, players hear music and follow the sound to a nearby clearing. There, they find one of the missing bards exhaustedly playing a melody, while two others stand beside her, completely petrified. Further ahead, they see a Gorgon, which, for whatever reason, looks like this in D&D. The monster is calm at the moment, happily bobbing his head to the tune. The Gorgon's handler appears from the tree line, and he explains that the Gorgon, who he affectionately calls Buffalo Bill, is dangerously aggressive. But he's working on taming him and needs glamour bards to soothe beasts with their song. Would your party just go head-to-head with this dangerous CR5 monster, or do you have a different solution? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an idea for a traveling merchant in your games. As the party navigates between cities, they come across a man carefully maneuvering his wagon along the trail. He identifies himself as Franken, a rare dealer of mugs and other beverage delivery devices. Franken's Steins and monstrous mugs, as he calls his business, are unique because of his creation method, which involves a lesser form of mending. As he's not a traditional caster, the mend leaves stitch-like marks in the mugs, a customization that people really seem to love realm-wide. Franken could ask the party for assistance in delivering his Steins, collecting raw materials, or simply protecting his wares until the next town? How would you assist Franken's Steins? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an encounter for your next session. Ettercaps by Ettercaps is a shop that sells special hats and helmets inlaid with Ettercap spiderwebbing. This sticky web ensures that hats always stay planted, never being knocked off in the heat of battle or blown away by a gust of wind. The Druid shop owner and his hard-working Ettercap team would like your help promoting their business, and perhaps saving a few lives in the process. Vicious Varghouls, disembodied heads with bat wings, have taken up residence in a nearby cave. They hate the lights, but after sunset they fly out of their resting place and terrorize the locals. Varghouls attack with their bites, and of course, their demonic kiss, which allows them to spread their disease and create new Varghouls. Ettercaps by Ettercaps ask the party to venture down into the sleeping Varghoul den and place their sticky, immovable hats down over top the heads of the Varghouls. If the party succeeds, then the Varghouls will forever fly around harmlessly, serving as airborne billboards and perfect examples of the adhesive effectiveness of Ettercaps. What would your party do? Let us know in the comments. Here's an encounter for your next session. As the party approaches a small farming town, they notice storm clouds above, along with a shrieking blue dragon scouring the countryside. Entering the town, players are instructed to quickly get inside, lest they be struck by a bolt of lightning. Once inside, they meet Steve, a kindly treasure hunter who confesses to stealing from the sleeping dragon's hoard in an effort to help his impoverished community. Little did he know that all the dragon's items were marked with blue claw prints, now glowing and drawing the dragon ever closer. If the party agrees to help Steve, they can either choose to slay the dragon, ideally away from town, or embark on a return quest to sneak the treasures back into the dragon's lair. If they succeed, and Steve's not obliterated in the process, he will quit his life of treasure hunting and give the party his Skidoo Stick, a magic wand that allows the caster to leap into paintings, either to hide or to collect resources. How would your character react in this scenario? Let us know in the comments.
Here's a random encounter for your next session. As the party travels, they come across an exasperated merchant, shouting about a delivery taking too long. He is Edmond Savoie, a half-elf who owns a delivery service in the realm called ES Cargo, with the slogan, Slow and Steady. He's managed to harness the travel patterns of flail snails to turn them into a profitable shipping business, strapping all sorts of cargo onto their shells, ranging in value. But something changed in their route, and several of the flail snails have not arrived at their destination. While most deliveries take a few weeks, the flail snails are now a month delayed, and Edmond fears the worst. Can the party help determine what knocked the flail snails off their course? And what could have possibly changed their travel patterns? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an encounter for low-level parties. Players approach a town, hearing shouts and seeing pillars of black smoke. Upon entering, they see the issue. Flumphs are setting fire to mounds of trash, reducing the piles to ash. Villagers are understandably upset, not only because fire can spread, but because the smell of cooking trash is attracting giant rats from the sewers. If players confront the Flumph, the gentle creatures be very dodgy about their strange behavior. A successful persuasion or intimidation check will reveal that one of their Flumph brothers accidentally threw out his personal journal with yesterday's trash. In this book, he's recorded embarrassing events and past failures when learning his psychic powers. He's worried that if the journal is found, he might be publicly disgraced, called telepathetic like he was in grade school, or Flumphster Fire. How would your party help or not help the Flumph in this situation? Let us know in the comments. Here's an encounter for your next session. Easels for Meazels is a charity organization that delivers canvases and painting supplies to Meazels. By their very nature, Meazels are evil, self-loathing hermits, so painting gives them a constructive outlet for all that angst, keeping them preoccupied so they don't terrorize surface dwellers. Likewise, their paintings have become a big hit among art collectors who admire the whole tortured artist aesthetic, as well as the Meazels' creative use of their garrote wires as painting implements. Unfortunately, Easels for Meazels is having some trouble lately. Kobolds are intercepting their shipment of supplies. Not only have kobolds long hated Meazels historically, but they are getting frustrated by all the tacky paintings cluttering their underground tunnels. How would your party handle the situation? Is there room to compromise, or is one side better off destroyed? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an Ettercap encounter for your next session. As party walks through a dark forest, they bump into a group of Ettercaps hard at work on setting up lengthy lines of webbing. It appears the web stretches to the horizon, and the Ettercaps are noticeably exhausted. The Ettercaps do not appear hostile, and if approached, one speaks to the party in broken common. It claims they are being forced to create a network of webs by a pyromancer named Tim the Burner Lee. He's calling it the Realm Wide Web to connect folks from all over the realm. In reality, Tim is leveraging the system and his web sense to spy on anyone who touches the web as they wander by. What would your party do? Leave the Ettercaps to their work? Stop Tim from exploiting the Ettercaps? Or steal the idea and leverage it all themselves? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an encounter for your next session. The Moulin Rogue is a cabaret and karaoke bar, its name resulting from a clerical misspelling. Thankfully, as a result of this error, the club has become a tremendous success, attracting rogues from far and wide. Here at the Moulin Rogue, thieves and assassins can cut loose, shedding their usual silent, brooding demeanor, and sing their hearts out. They can also finally change out of their endless wardrobe of black shrouds and wear something more sparkly with feathers and sequins. However, not everyone is pleased. Local bards are protesting outside, claiming that singing, dancing, and general flamboyance are for them and them alone. Likewise, members of a clandestine assassins guild are seeking to take down the club, claiming that it's ruining their public image as harbingers of doom. How would your party handle this situation? Let us know in the comments. Here's another Ettercap-based encounter for your campaign. Locals are complaining about random things going missing in the middle of the night, like metal pipes, tools, and glass bottles. If players investigate, they can follow a trail of dropped metal ball bearings into the woods. Deep in the forest, Ettercaps, cursed spider creatures led by Marty McSpider, are using their webbing to piece together the stolen items into some mechanical contraption. Suddenly, a friendly wizard emerges from the nearby shrubs, introducing himself as the Great Scott. He explains that he's been observing the Ettercaps for quite some time, and they are trying to build a time machine so they can go back to before they were cursed and make amends. The eyesore of a machine Scott has called the Deplorian. However, it should be able to travel through time if they can just charge its Flux Ettercap-acitor. To do so, Scott needs magical items that he can then compress into small cubes of magical matter called Lutonium. Would your party help the Great Scott and the remorseful Ettercaps, or burn their whole project to the ground? Let us know in the comments.